What's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the Lando Project. I am your host, Lando Payne, and we are back. Me and the big dog, BC.
Big dog.
We here, man.
Dog. I am so tired.
I can tell. I can tell.
It's WrestleMania weekend and I don't have the energy. I'm glad you got the energy for the both of us today, baby. Because
I woke up good today.
last night was a late night, and tonight's gonna be just as bad.
So is WrestleMania going on again? I thought it was just one night, or is it a two-night?
So ever since the pandemic, Vince figured out that he can make more money by doing 2 nights of WrestleMania.
That makes sense.
Now instead of one 7-hour show, we have 2 4 to 5 hour shows.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a pain. I haven't been to WrestleMania since they started doing the 2 nights.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of seems to me because I used to buy tickets way in advance. I didn't, because you didn't know who was on the show. But now it's like, oh, you either buy both nights or just hope you buy the night with the matches that you want to see.
Right. I mean,
but I will say, last year after night 1, I was like, yo, there's no way that they top night 1. Like, there's no night 2 is going to be terrible. Night 1 was awesome. All the good matches were on night. And then night 2 came out and blew me away too. So I'm not saying that this year. Like, who knows? Tonight's probably going to wreck shop too. Tonight we got Cody and Roman. So
that's the one I've been hearing a lot of hype about is Cody and Roman.
It is arguably the greatest professional wrestling storyline since the original NWO. The Bloodline,
dude, that is heavy high praise.
The Bloodline storyline has been the most. It's was kept WWE going.
So I remember, and guys, by the way, we are going to get to the main topic. We're going to talk Fantastic Four in just a little bit. Don't worry, we're going to just have a brief segment to just talk about this WrestleMania stuff. For you to say that one is a big thing. I remember also too, we first started doing this about 8 months ago. Mm-hmm. You weren't in tune to the wrestling all too much. You was kind of cautious. You was in and out. You was in and out.
And I still am. I really only watch the pay-per-views now. It's really hard to watch Raw. Raw and SmackDown are they're so bad. They are so bad.
They're not the same.
So I listen to podcasts to kind of catch up on the storylines and stuff. And then I get together with some of the boys and we watch the
boys.
The boys. So yeah, it's been good.
It's good.
WrestleMania was Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley put on a banger. Trish Stratus was back.
Nice. I like Trish.
Trish put on a banger. And then we got to see Logan Paul and Seth Rollins murdered it out there. KSI.
I heard Logan Paul has turned into quite a pretty good wrestler.
Oh, he found his calling, bro.
Yeah, that's good for him.
Yeah. He came.
He's a good personality.
And work.
He's a good personality, man.
He's a smart dude, and he's really knows how to kind of cash in on himself. So.
It's great how he hit the wrestling route. His brother's doing even though I think his brother doesn't have, I don't think his brother's there in boxing yet. But his brother is turning into a pretty decent fighter. I would be a hater if I would keep talking shit about him at this point.
Yeah, true. And you think about it, I think it was Joe Rogan who was saying, he's like, everyone wants to talk shit about him, but the dude has gone out and got some of the best boxing trainers in the world and has put in the work.
He's putting the work. You can tell.
All right. And that's what I respect about these guys.
I think he's a better fighter than his brother.
I used to hate him.
He's a better boxer than his brother.
Yeah.
He's a better boxer than his brother.
That's what I'm saying. Logan Paul has found his calling with wrestling because he can work the crowd. He knows when to let a moment sell. He knows when he takes the bumps. He goes all out in it.
That's what it is, man. It's the name of the game, baby. It's the name of the game. I mean, and if you could do it well, do it successfully, and get people to turn with you, I know it was a big deal when Ronda Rousey joined wrestling, but I don't think that had as big of a mainstay pop as the Logan Paul is doing. for him.
Also, Ronda still gets by on the fact that she's Ronda Rousey. Logan
Yeah,
Paul is out there putting in work.
putting in the work. The
Yes.
one wrestler that I wish, well, the one.
And that's not a knock on Ronda. I love Ronda.
No, I
But
know what you're saying.
Ronda's character is I'm Ronda Rousey.
Right.
Logan Paul goes out there and is creating a wrestling persona.
Correct. And the one personality that I kind of wanted to see do a little bit more, but it was so quick lived. It was quick. It was so short lived. I know that Rhodes is wrestling tonight, but when Stephen Amell and Rhodes were doing their thing, I wanted to see Stephen Amell make that jump into wrestling. Of course, he went into the avenue of doing heels on Stars.
I was about to say, have you watched Heels?
I have. I like
It's
it a lot.
I wish they'd announced the season 2. What
They're
the
working.
hell?
They're working on it, man.
No,
But
no,
his
they're not
projects
working.
are.
It is filmed.
It's
It is
filmed.
done. It is wrapped. It is in the can. They have edited it. It's ready to go. All they're waiting on is a release date. Stars hasn't given them a release date.
Stephen Amell is one of those personalities that I think the only thing hurting him is that all of his projects seem to take so long.
Yeah.
They always seem to take his Code 8 seem to take forever. The heels thing seem to take forever. And he's a personality that I think a lot of people love.
He's really good on social media too.
He's really good. And not to say that he can be a Rock or Ryan Reynolds, but he has one of those personalities that if he were to put out more content, he can become that, like, he's that likable.
Yes.
He is that likable
Very much.
in that same vein. And I hope to see him do it. So WrestleMania tonight. Hopefully next week we can see what happened between Cody and Roman. That'll be exciting. But we have some news, man. We have some news. Some big news. Some big news, man. That we got to get to. We got the movie news, TV news, comic book news. But with all the rage, it's the Marvel stuff. It's the Marvel stuff. And BC, I know you're normally the one to take the lead on the news for the week, but you kind of let me have this story, and I made the thumbnail for it. And I think I did a pretty kick-ass job of the thumbnail, so let's fucking get right into it.
Throw that thumbnail up. Throw that thumbnail up.
That thumbnail, baby. I like this bad boy. I'm proud of this one, baby. I'm proud of it. Guys, appreciate the work that you do. You know? That's all I'm saying.
I'm not gonna lie. It looks like Robot Chicken. The Fantastic Four guys look like they're from Robot Chicken.
You know what? And Robot Chicken was a wildly successful show.
Oh, Robot Chicken's fantastic. I love Robot Chicken.
So I'll take it. No, so Fantastic Four, arguably, in my opinion, the most important project that Marvel has coming out. I do believe that. For a multitude of reasons. One, it's Marvel's first family. Two, this is the best way for Marvel to find a new lead of the MCU. Okay. Because when we don't have Iron Man, we don't have Captain America, we don't have Steve Rogers. Correction. We don't have Steve. We have Captain. We don't have a Steve. We don't have an Iron Man. And it seems like Marvel's at a point where we don't know who our lead main man is. Should be Shang-Chi.
It should. I'm not going to lie. I would follow Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi, Wong. Wong is a possibility. But Reed Richards, in my opinion, of all the new upcoming things, Reed Richards, in my opinion, can be the guy, if done correctly, that can easily be the new lead of Marvel, right?
Yeah.
So Fantastic Four, I think, is a big project. Well, we have some pretty big announcements. I would say a bigger announcement than honestly who the director is at this point, because writing has been an issue for some. We have a new writer. We have the writer for this movie now. It looks like it has been announced that the writer of Avatar 2, Josh, God damn it, I had it up. Strikeman. No, that's not his name.
That's not his name.
I had it up. Avatar 2 writer. Josh Friedman. Josh Friedman will be penning the Fantastic Four movie. BC. How do we feel about this? How do you feel about this?
That's a writer. He's going to write a script. He wrote a movie I haven't seen, so But it made a lot of money.
It made a lot of money. A lot
Yeah.
of money. Which will be a positive, I would say.
Yeah.
There's a lot of negatives here, in my
Oh
opinion.
yeah.
And not irredeemable negatives, not at all.
There's a lot of negatives here.
There's a lot of negatives behind this.
There's a lot of negatives here.
Yeah. If you're seeing what I'm seeing, and guys, if you just give me a second, my computer's just moving a little bit slowly. The project that
This dude
he has
wrote
written is not that great.
War of the Worlds.
He wrote the screenplay for War of the Worlds, the screenplay for Black Dahlia, which Black Dahlia was okay. Terminator,
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Which one was Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes?
He wrote Emerald City.
Oh, that's the new one. Okay.
Yeah. He wrote Emerald City, Terminator: Dark Fate,
Mm.
the Snowpiercer TV show. So he wrote a lot of TV.
Okay, so Snowpiercer's done good.
And Snowpiercer's done good. That would be his most successful project, I would say. Would be the
I heard really good things about Lock and Key.
I haven't seen it, but there's not a lot here that gets me overly excited.
No, not at all.
A lot of his projects seem to be canceled after a few episodes or after a year or two. I don't know, but we have a writer. So
We got a writer.
So hopefully he understands the material. But it doesn't make me get the oogly googlies. The butterflies aren't in my stomach.
Is this okay? But here's one thing: is this a touch up, or is he just starting the script?
I think he's writing the script.
Did we not already have a script? That's what bothers me about this. Is wait a minute, they're just now starting the script.
They're just now starting a lot of things. Remember, I think it was announced a while ago that they just started to do the casting process.
But they're about to go on a writer's strike. You're just now starting the script? That's not good.
I know that we have Matt Shakman directing.
Okay.
Right? That was the director for WandaVision, right?
Uh-huh.
So we have the WandaVision director with the Avatar 2 writer. But here's the thing, too, about the Avatar 2 writer. I heard a lot of complaints about the story of Avatar 2. That it's visually a magnificent piece of film. Mm-hmm. But story-wise, it's a little dull, a little boring.
Yeah.
I had the same thoughts about Avatar, the first one. So even though he was the writer for Avatar, so Fern Gully, yeah,
that's all Avatar is. Hey, I'm just gonna do Fern Gully with blue people.
I mean, to me, Pocahontas. I mean, but yeah,
Dancing with Wolves.
Dancing with Wolves. So yes, he's the writer for Avatar 2. I still don't feel like we've turned a corner here. But here's to hoping and fingers crossed that, obviously, if any studio is hiring this person to be a writer, he obviously must be pretty good.
Yeah. No, right? I don't doubt that he's good at his job. Here's my problem, man. I don't care about the Fantastic Four. I never have. I've never been a Fantastic Four fan. When the movie comes out, I'll be excited to see it. I will consent that it is the most anticipated project coming up because everyone loves and is into the Fantastic Four. I'm just in the minority of the fact that I don't really
care about.
I've never liked them.
Right.
That's why those other movies, I don't care. They're fine because I don't have any kind of attachment to the Fantastic
Unlike Wolverine and Deadpool. We're like, let's ride for Wolverine and Deadpool.
Yes.
Cool. Fantastic Four has had a more tumultuous past, right?
Yeah.
You had the Tim Story versions of the character. Then you had, of course, the Josh Trank Fan Four Stick, right? No, the movie that shall not be named, right? People talk about Morbius being bad. Fan Four Stick, arguably so much worse.
Okay, Morbius is fun bad.
It's fun bad.
Fan Four Stick is just not a good movie.
It's bad, right? It's Dungeons and Dragons, the OG original bad. Right?
You see CinemaSins just put out their original Dungeon and Dragons.
I didn't see
watch
that.
It yet.
I saw Double Toasted ripped it and run it last week.
Really?
They ripped it apart. The Damian Wayne stuff. Anyway. But yeah, so we have a writer for this movie, which is great. I like to see progress, right? But I will say I'm a little I'm cautiously. What did you say I coined before? I'm cautiously pessimistic.
Cautiously pessimistic.
I'm cautiously pessimistic.
Fred Castillo down in the chat. What up, Fred? He said I saw Avatar 2, and that's the first person. Fred's the first person that I know that has seen Avatar. I don't know anyone personally that has seen Avatar 2. Yeah. But he said I saw Avatar 2, and the storyline wasn't complicated. Movie was more about the FX. So yeah.
But then he just followed it up here. Says, I think Captain America New World Order will propel the MCU the way Winter Soldier did. We're going to get to Captain America.
Yeah, we're going to get to Captain America.
We're going to get to that because I have a lot of thoughts about that one. Mm-hmm. But to wrap up Fantastic Four, I'm glad we have a writer. I'm glad we have a director. But until I get the confidence that Kevin Feige is doing more to watch this movie, I don't know if I feel too happy. I don't know if I'm not sad either. I'm just meh. I'm meh. I'm very meh on this, right?
Gotcha.
No feelings really in the positive or like in the negative. Like I said, cautiously pessimistic is where I am at with this whole thing.
Yeah.
Which really sucks because here's why I have my hopes up for this movie. Not for Reed or Human Torch or The Thing or for Invisible Woman.
Doom.
It's Doom. It's Doom. The thing is, I'm a villains guy. I think I've learned about myself. I'm a DC Comics guy, which means I love villains because DC does villains well.
Yeah.
And Doctor Doom is, in my opinion, one of the dopest villains in Marvel. And I don't want to see that.
He is the best thing about the Fantastic Four.
Let me ask you a question.
Let me answer a question.
In your opinion, who will have a bigger impact? And you know, Fredtastic 314, you in the chat, you answer this for me too. Who do you think will have a bigger impact? Magneto or Doctor Doom?
Ooh.
In our MCU. And obviously, I think we're going to be talking about Phase 7, Phase 8. Right?
I honestly have no idea. Because
like
I don't know. It depends on if Fantastic Four works. You know, it's all up in the air.
I feel like you go Doctor Doom because with Magneto, is he a villain? Yes. Is he an anti-hero in some cases?
But so is
he's like an anti-villain. I'm sorry, Magneto. That's what I mean. I mean Magneto. Magneto's very much an anti-villain, anti-hero.
Yeah.
Doom is a villain.
Yeah.
Doom is a villain. So if we're talking about Phase 7, Phase 8, Phase 9 being an X-Men versus Avengers threat, I feel like you're kind of wasting an opportunity to make Doom your big bad. Because I feel like Doom could have a bigger impact than Magneto. Magneto has such a great relationship with Professor Xavier, you can flip him across the board. You know?
Yeah.
But Doom, he's just mean. He's just a mean man. Yeah. But I want to see. But hopefully this movie is good. I am looking forward to this movie. I don't know. We don't know yet who our Reed Richards is. I think Magneto will rally the mutants against the humans, is what Fredtastic 314 says. I mean, yeah, but I just don't know how that. I just feel like Doctor Doom is the guy. But we have a writer for Fantastic Four. That is major. That's big. Now to see what they do with that. Obviously, of course, we're waiting to see if they're going to be pushing this movie back because there's been a lot of push. There's been a lot of changes happening over at Marvel. Mm-hmm. One thing that I don't think we put on our docket, you could tell me, is Ike Perlmutter.
Yeah, I did. It's on there.
Okay. You want to? So if you want to run into that real quick.
Well, I mean, we can run right into it because I got axed, and you know, I was really like, man, that sounds like a much bigger deal. Why is no one flipping out? Then I found out, he was in charge of Marvel Entertainment, not so much Disney Marvel.
So yeah, I don't think it was as big as a deal because the big shift happened 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's gonna, the effects of this are gonna be felt more along the lines of the comics and merchandising.
Right.
So that's where the effect, and that's where it's actually going to be a pretty good thing. So I've been told, like,
Well,
because
question: is he still in charge of? Was he in charge of TV? Would that have
no,
included streaming?
no,
So he
not
was in
anymore.
charge of the
No,
Netflix. He was in charge of that. Okay, so that's all still under Kevin Feige. Then yeah, you're right. It's just the merchandising. It's just comic book stuff. It's
yeah.
just anything that has the Marvel brand on it, essentially.
And it's still big because I mean Disney's out there trying to cut costs and make things, and he was
One of the 7,000
incredibly
jobs.
frugal. He was incredibly frugal. Like there were some like premieres that he wanted to, instead of having an actual spread of food, he just wanted to put out potato chips.
Nigga, why? Okay,
That's how that man wanted to cut every corner possible. So it's a little ironic that he gets cut because they're trying to cut cost.
he was putting out Lay's potato chips. Dog, all you had to do was just put out like a Subway sandwich to go along with it. You would have kept your job.
Facts.
You would have kept your job, bro. No one wants to eat just chips. No, man, Ike Perlmutter. So the big thing about him was there was a time when Ike had a lot of say in Marvel, right? Just as for our audience, where he was in charge of Kevin Feige at one point, where Kevin Feige had a report to him. They got into a big spat. Kevin was threatening to quit. I believe that was the story. Until Bob Iger gave him the keys of the castle and said, "Yo, tell him to kick rocks and just knock on my door."
Son.
Yeah. You're him, bro.
You the ones. You the one.
You are Neo. You are the chosen one. You just come right into my office. So ever since then, Ike Perlmutter's been pretty much, quote unquote, politically castrated, right? He didn't have the power anymore. So his firing, his being let go. I mean, he was 80 years old. I know he had a very successful career over at Marvel. And good on him for a very successful long career. They're just making some changes, and they had to cut some cost. I have a belief on why I think they're cutting a lot of costs. I think it's a lot to do with Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these streaming services, they're cutting costs because they're bleeders. They're bleeders, and you see everybody cutting costs because they're. And I also believe that's the reason why Star Wars and Marvel have been diluted, because they had to pump up so much content to make their streaming services profitable. But now that they're doing okay, we can cut back a little bit and make these stories better. But that's a whole other topic. Anyway, moving on, BC. I'm going to give you back the keys to the car. You're in charge of the news.
Yeah, well, let's stick with Marvel because
Look at me,
we got
boss. I'm already
a release date. You what?
I'm reading Fred.
Oh, Fred's good. Fred's
good, man. I like Fred. Fred's sticking around.
Yeah. So we're gonna stick with Marvel because we got a premiere date for Secret Invasion, baby.
That's the one.
June 21st will premiere. Secret Invasion will hit. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I am really hyped for this.
I'm hyped, dude. I'm hyped. What's not to be excited for with this show? I granted, there's been a lot of hit or miss with Marvel lately. However, you know who doesn't hit or miss with me? Nick Fury. Samuel Jackson. He's not hit or miss. He's a hit every time. Every single time I see him, I always love him. Bad Guy's Bodyguard, the evil bodyguard movie, I love him. It don't matter what it is. The second one, where it was more about Catherine Zeta-Jones, she's hot. And guess what? He's great. I love Samuel Jackson in anything.
I think it was Selma Hayek.
Selma Hayek. I'm sorry. I confused those two. Both beautiful women who age just so gracefully.
I don't think Selma Hayek is aging.
In reverse. Yeah. She's on the Paul Rudd diet.
Dog. So we again Trish Stratus, frozen in time. Frozen in time. I was like, oh my god, she can still get it. But yeah, I'm all in on Secret Invasion, man. And June 21st, so that is a week after The Flash opens, which makes me excited because we'll get to The Flash, and then the Flash will be over.
Won't let DC shine. Marvel won't. Every time.
What excites me about that?
Every time there's a DC project coming out, Marvel says, give it 4 days. Give it 4 fucking days when we're showing up. They don't ever think about it. Every time DC drops some shit, Marvel says, put it right behind it. They will not. It's like they have them in a goddamn chokehold when it comes to release dates.
But what makes me excited about it is because I'll see a movie and then I'm like, oh yeah, especially like the Flash, because I am building up. I've got a Flash marathon that I'm already started. All right, and I'm going all in on this Flash.
Batman 89, forever. You're doing it all.
I'm watching the 90s Flash. I'm watching the CW Flash.
Animated.
I'm watching anything that has a version of General Zod in it, anything that has a version of Supergirl in it. I'm watching it all. All right. But when I do these marathons and then I finally get to the new movie, as soon as it's over, I'm just like, oh, it's done. What do I do now? But I like this because I'm like, okay, well, a week later, I get to watch Secret Invasion. Awesome.
Man, I'm excited for Secret Invasion. You got Daenerys Targaryen out here stunting. You got the Skrulls in here out here doing their thing. Obviously, we're going to keep on getting, oh man, who's the Skrull? Ben Mendelsohn. We getting Ben back. We getting Big Ben. We getting, I Love Robin from How I Met Your Mother. I don't remember these people's names. I know them from who they play. Aunt Robin. Right? And then you got Martin Freeman.
Bruh. Martin Freeman's big.
Martin Freeman's big.
Now, what if Martin Freeman's been a Skrull this whole time?
I still think Don Cheadle's a Skrull.
Oh.
But I think Martin Freeman may be a Skrull. That might be a possibility. But that would mean that Valentina was out here.
Hey, hold up. I just saw your shirt, dog.
Oh,
this
yeah.
man's out here. Dun, 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 dun. Rocking the power line,
yeah,
son.
Dog. I'm out here for the Skrull invasion.
Yeah.
I'm out here for the Skrull invasion. And the Skrull invasion has a lot of, and Fred was talking about it, the Winter Soldier vibe.
Mm-hmm.
The Skrull, the Secret Invasion trailer, I might just start calling it Skrull Invasion. But the Secret Invasion trailer looks and feels like that Winter Soldier vibe, which is my favorite tone that Marvel has. When we talk about the certain movies that they've been putting out, Winter Soldier is my favorite.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm just looking forward to this. We get Samuel L. Jackson for a multitude of episodes. It's his show.
Yeah.
You're only talking about one of the last remaining members from the original Iron Man movie.
Yep.
And he's finally getting his own little shindig. I'm happy.
I know. Yeah.
And then this is also going to lead up to Armor Wars,
mm-hmm.
which there's a lot of talk about potentially Ultron trying to get Armor Wars. But listen, beyond Secret Invasion, I'm excited. You're excited. I want to get to Fred. Fred brought up New World Order.
That's right.
He brought up New World Order. So let's talk about the New World Order quick.
Yeah, because you know what? I saw one of the best TikToks I've ever seen, and it was that scene from Austin Powers.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
From Goldmember when Dr. Evil was like, "Okay, it's getting a little crowded in here. I need everybody out. Not you, Scott. Not you, guy in the back with a wrench. Not you, number 2. Not you." And it's pointed, but it's going, not you, Tim Roth. Not you, Tim Blake Nelson. Not you, Liv Tyler. Not you, General Ross. And then Mini-Me is Ed Norton. Just and MCU is Dr. Evil going, "Oh, this is awkward." And everyone's just staring at Ed Norton. Like, everybody, come back. Not you, Ed Norton. Yo, I am here for Liv Tyler. Betty Ross is back.
Betty Ross is back. So this is my thought. When are they going to announce that Mark Ruffalo's in this movie?
I don't know.
Because
everybody else is.
All signs lead to this being a Hulk movie.
But I don't know if I don't think I want Ruffalo in it. I don't want Hulk because Hulk is a fun character right now. He's a very fun character.
Sure.
And this doesn't look like a fun movie.
No.
This sounds
Fuck
like
Professor Hulk. I think I can speak for everybody here. Fuck Professor Hulk.
Yeah.
Bring the Hulk back. What if this is the one where we get Hulk back to fight alongside, like you okay, one, you're getting Betsy Ross back.
Yeah.
It feels weird. It's like having Harley Quinn and no Joker.
Well, I mean,
right?
What I like about the idea of this. What do you mean having? We've had like 4 movies of Harley Quinn without Joker.
They're not good. So anyway, they're not good.
Suicide Squad.
Idris Elba's there.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I don't want to get back in your Idris Elba argument.
Idris Elba's there. No, here's what I mean.
He's boring.
No. Betsy Ross is okay. It's like having Mary Jane without Spider-Man.
There you go.
All right, there you go.
An Ant-Man movie. It's like having an Ant-Man movie
with. I hate you. I hate you so much. The book stops here. By the way, the Avatar writer got story credit. Was not really a writer. He wrote Terminator: The Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Yeah.
Okay. That doesn't really change my perspective. I appreciate that, Buck, but I remember
I hear good things about Sarah.
I've heard good things about Sarah Connor, but that was back in like 08, 09. Yeah. Sorry, bro, you're 15 years. Like, I mean, Cam Newton was good in 2013.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fantastic 314. I remember Ruffalo making the different person literally joke in She-Hulk. Yeah, I mean, so here's my thing about Betsy Ross is, yes, she's there, and Thunderbolt Ross is going to be there. You got Tim Blake Nelson there back as the leader. It just feels weird to bring everyone back from that movie except your main protagonist from that movie.
That's part of this world. This is the universe now. Not everyone, just because they're all in one movie together, doesn't mean they're in everything together. I like the idea of seeing these characters away from the Hulk. I kind of like that because it makes the world feel more real. That we're not only seeing characters that always go together. We're not only seeing them together. We're seeing them interact with other people too. And that's something I do kind of like. But I like that too. I like that too. I don't doubt that we might see Ruffalo in this film.
I think
and maybe in just a Bruce Banner capacity, which I'd be happy with.
It depends on how they do it.
Yeah.
It depends on how they do it. I would be remiss to say that I would not be more excited if I can see the regular Hulk back. If regular Hulk makes his comeback in this movie, that would be cool too. Now it is about.
I don't think you're going to see that at all.
Maybe not, but I mean, I can hope, right?
Yeah.
I
think this is going to be much more grounded Winter Soldier-ish.
Now here's my question for you.
Than a Hulk-ish.
Now here's my throw a wrench into all this shit. How does Kang play into it?
I don't know. No idea. Maybe there's some other random variant or something. I have no idea.
They got to connect us to Kang.
Do they?
They at this point, I believe they do.
I don't. I think maybe you have a post-credit scene. That's about it. I think this
I'm tired, dude. Okay, I'm just sorry. I'm about to get on my thing.
This movie, I think, continues the storyline of Falcon and Winter Soldier and a lot more of the grounded dealings that Falcon is going through.
I hear that.
That's what I think this movie is. I don't think this movie is superhero. I think it is a much more. It is a grounded story with a Marvel paint job.
Sure. Where's Victor Timely?
And Loki.
Where's Immortus?
And
where's the Kang variant that's going to be? Who owns? That's my thing is where I'm at with Marvel at this point is bring this shit together. Bring this stuff together.
See, I'm the opposite. I don't need it because I don't need everything to be one story because life is not one story. Life, you are doing multiple different things all the time. There are different situations going on. So this is just another situation with other stuff going on. Because if we add another Kang, if we just add a different variant of Kang into every movie and we beat him every single time, it gets redundant.
Sure. I'm not saying we have to beat Kang. I'm not saying Kang has to be a villain in this movie. What if Kang is a different variant where he's a political figure and he's just throwing wrenches into the plans? The same way that S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra has an overarching presence. But my thing is that there has to be some kind of presence being felt by this character if we're going to build him up in such of a way for him being the big bad. I just feel
I
like
mean,
there
Thanos. There was nothing with Thanos in Winter Soldier.
but at least they had Infinity Stones, or not Infinity Stones. They had the fall of Hydra, which led into the whole Red Skull Infinity Stone saga, which could be connected to an extent. But it
Can it? Can it?
Yeah, I think so.
Not really.
I mean, when you're talking about with Winter Soldier, you're talking about how Nick Fury was signing everything away to have this world domination theory thing, and then that only led to Captain America feeling like we can't have this overarching presence. That only dealt with his ideology. That conflicted with Iron Man's ideology. Got the Secrets of Civil War, which dealt with
Well,
them
yeah,
split
but
apart.
that's not. There wasn't any Thanos in the movie, so I'm.
But Kang had a presence because he separated them because he needed them to go back in time. So what I'm saying is, when you're talking about the guy who has the charge of time,
You just want to see more Jonathan Majors. That's all.
This is true.
You
You
just
called my
want
bluff.
more Jonathan Majors.
you called my bluff. I want to see more Jonathan Majors. I do. I'm sorry. He's a great actor, and I love watching him. And any excuse I can make, even if it's entirely bullshit, like this past 2 minutes of me arguing, yes, I just want to see Jonathan Majors in this movie. Okay? Jonathan Majors is Rhodey.
All right, who?
I remember. Oh, okay, no, I already read that one. What happened? What happened?
Jonathan Majors is Rhodey. Okay.
Yes, what's up, bro? I just want to
If
see.
we don't see Terrence Howard in Secret Wars, I'm gonna be pissed. He's not good. He has said he will not work with Marvel again.
Dog,
So
it's the main dynasty.
the main dynasty.
The main dynasty. Can
You know what? Sticking with Marvel here for one more story. Wonder Man. Who is Kang gonna be in Wonder Man? That's my big question here. But they've also now casted Demetrius Gross from Lovecraft Country, who was also with Jonathan Majors in Lovecraft Country. So who knows? Maybe he's with Kang in this because he's playing the Grim Reaper. What do we think about this? What do you think about the Grim Reaper showing up?
I don't care.
He don't care.
Well, because
That's not Kang.
No,
that's not Kang. So we don't care.
I don't.
We
know
don't
much
care. Not Kang. Moving on.
No. So I don't care because I don't know too much about these characters.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about Wonder Man. I know that Ya'ala Abdul Machine is playing Wonder Man, right? That was reported. Is that still a thing? I believe it is.
Yeah.
Fantastic actor. And the Grim Reaper as a comic book character, I don't know too much about. So I don't know how this fits, and also because it wasn't. I don't know if I really believe this is coming out. You know what I mean? Like, there's been so many announcements being made and so many things being pushed back with Marvel. I don't know if it's coming out. And I feel like that about a lot of things.
The only
Echo.
fear I have with it is the writer's strike. That's the only fear I have.
The writer strike is a thing.
Yes.
That I also think can mess up, Echo. I don't know if I really truly believe Echo's going to come out.
I don't know if Echo is anymore, but again, with this casting announcement, it seems like they are moving forward on Wonder Man. We haven't heard anything about it.
If it comes out, I'm excited. If it comes out and we got a Grim Reaper, cool. But at the same time, how excited am I going to feel? Well, you fucked up Gore the God Butcher. And this character,
did they fuck up Gore the God Butcher, or did they fuck up that movie?
No, well,
I liked Gore. I thought Gore was good. However, Gore was in a different movie than everyone else was in.
you say tomato, I say just everything was awful. So it's kind of like the Grim Reaper sounds dope. It sounds like you're also trying to do everything except do Mephisto.
Well, okay. Here's what I think the problem with Mephisto is. Mephisto is literally
blame new rock stars.
Why?
I'm just saying because what's his name always wants Mephisto.
Oh, well, Mephisto is literally the devil, right?
And the Grim
Reaper. What can you not show in movies in China? The devil.
Sure.
So my thought is more than likely they're not wanting to do Mephisto because then they're like, then we got to change things for China and blah blah blah
So
blah.
so China's cool with the Grim Reaper.
It's not the devil. I don't know.
Okay.
China's weird, man. I don't know.
All right, man.
I got
All
a
right.
friend. I got a friend in Japan. I don't think he can really help me out because he's in Japan, not China. But
Guys, what do you guys think about Grim Reaper showing up in Wonder Man? Like I said, I just don't know how to feel. I don't know. Fred Tasker.
I mean, I like the casting because I think he's a good actor. I liked Lovecraft Country. Unfortunately, it did not do well, but I did really like what I saw of Lovecraft Country.
So Fred Tastic is right now the Marvel Universe is a Dow scrubbing bubbles commercial. Everything circling the drain before it comes together.
Oh, that is a good metaphor.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, I gotta know more details about this Wonder Man show. When is it taking place? What are we doing? And,
See that's the difference between you and me, Lando. You want to know all this shit? I'm like, ooh, yay, show Marvel. I'm in.
Nah, man.
Ooh, superhero person in tights. I'm in.
That's how you get got, bro.
That's
how you get got.
And if it's bad, I go, that wasn't good. What's next?
Do you know how I feel? See, you're like Superman and Man of Steel. You got the S on your chest. Everything stands for hope.
Got joy.
Me, I am Ronin in Endgame. I'm in the rain. I am wiping the blood off the blade, looking at Black Widow like, don't give me hope. Don't give me hope. That's where I'm at. That's what I feel. Okay? I'm sad.
Another great metaphor. I'm the Boy Scout and you're Ronin. Gotcha.
Don't give me hope, man. That's all I'm saying. What we got next? We got some Daredevil news?
I got some hope for you.
What's up?
Disney has got another live action film on its way.
What is
The Aristocats. And I swear to God,
I like this.
if this is not exactly like Cats, I'm not here for it. But if you got people, if it's just like Cats, I'm there day one, son.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Fucking facts.
No, man. No. Here's how I feel. Aristocats was one of the earliest movies I remember watching.
Yeah.
It has a very, very deep pocket in my spirit. I named my first dog O'Malley.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It was a Dalmatian. It made no sense.
Nope.
It made no sense. I was 4. But I named my Dalmatian. I should have named him Pongo.
I'm about to say.
Should have named him Pongo, but nope, I named him O'Malley. Let's go. Let's see it. Who's in this?
All we have is an announcement right now.
All we have is announcements. I was saying something about Lilo and Stitch. I was thinking about saying something about Lilo and Stitch. I think Zach.
Oh, wait, no. We also have a director.
Okay, we have a director.
Questlove.
From The Roots?
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh, yeah, you're in now, right?
Michael Giacchino directed Werewolf by Night.
Yeah.
I'm all in. Let's go, Questlove. I'm here for it. As long as Jimmy Fallon doesn't make a cameo, I'm good.
Oh, no, we got to have Jimmy Fallon.
He's probably going to be the Italian pasta guy. No, that's not the same. That's Lady and the Tramp. Who is an Aristocats?
Dude,
I can't remember anything from Aristocats. He's probably going to show up in that somewhere.
You know, he got an Oscar. He's an Oscar winning director.
That's right. Will Smith showed him up.
He did Summer of Soul, and he got the direction for best documentary.
Right, because that was the award that he won literally after Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
Yeah.
That's right. And he was up there like, why am I here right now?
Yep.
That's right. That's right. Awesome.
I think this could be really fun.
This is going to be really cool. There's going to be some great music.
Yo, with Questlove in there, dog, he gonna kill that scatting. And
Yeah.
dog, one of my favorite bits is Hannibal Buress talking about writing for SNL, and they had Megan Fox on there, and he wrote a skit where she kills people using scatting.
What?
Yeah, he's like, well, I wrote it, it never made it to the show, but every skit that we write gets read through. I just wanted to hear Megan Fox scat, so I wrote that. He's like, so we sitting there in the read through, and she reading my lines. I'm
Guys,
like, yeah.
how do we feel about Aristocats the movie? I need to know. If you're in the chat right now, let us know. I already see Fred. He's shaking his head. He's not cool with the Aristocats. I mean, what's it going to be? Is it going to be in theaters or is it Disney Plus?
I don't know. There's no word on
They
that
haven't
yet.
slated it. Okay, well, you know what? Eyes open. You know, let's see what we got, because sometimes those Disney Plus joints can be hitting.
They can. I enjoy. You know what? I just watched again the other day. Aladdin. It's such a good show.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you
I
brought
like
that up, because I'm gonna break up the segment right now, and I'm gonna switch gears
Okay.
to one of my favorite segments that I finally have a graphic for. What are we watching?
Yeah.
It didn't do the bubble stuff like I wanted it to, but that's okay. It'll do it next week. What are we watching? What are we watching? And I'm glad you brought that up. So, guys, what are we watching is a segment that we kind of break up where BC and I kind of just go through really quickly about some of the shows or some of the movies that we've watched over the past few days, over the past week, right? I've got some things I want to talk about, though.
What are you watching? What are you watching, Lando?
Right now, I am binge watching Star Wars: The Clone Wars animated show.
Oh.
I've never watched an episode before.
You've never watched it?
I've never watched an episode of it.
Oh, I'm jealous of you.
I'm
I'm
watching it for
so
the first
jealous
time.
right now.
I am watching it for the first time. I just finished season 2, episode 13, 14, Mouse and Cheese, or the cat and cheese, whatever it was, right?
I remember story arcs, not episodes.
Yeah. I am liking this a lot.
There are a lot of storylines that you're like, oh, why is this?
There's a lot of that.
The droids, the stuff with Jar Jar. It's
a lot of that. There's a lot of
But
that.
there is some really good heart and some real.
There's
The
some really good stuff.
Mandalore storylines are insane.
I can't wait to get to that. I am loving the relationship between Anakin and Obi-Wan. Ahsoka is annoying me, but I know she's
Yeah.
going to get better.
Bro, it's the weirdest thing because when I first watched it, I was like, how do people like this character? She's awful.
She sucks.
But to literally watch her grow
Yes.
on an animated show, because animated show normally you stay the same character all the way through. This character grows and learns and
It's
becomes an awesome character.
I'm just running through these, and what got me into that was because I went and watched Tales of the Jedi. I finally watched Tales of the Jedi, and golly, I love that.
Yeah.
I love Tales of the Jedi. I love the fall of Count Dooku. I love the rise of Ahsoka. And there's this weird, I don't know if they did it on purpose. We got 3 episodes of the fall of Count Dooku and 3 episodes of the rise of Ahsoka. And I don't know if that was done on purpose to show how, masters and apprentices, and their dynamic and how one can stray off the path and one can find themselves back on it. I don't know if that's what they were.
That's a good thought.
That's kind of what I was getting from it. But I really, really enjoyed it. And to see the growth in Ahsoka made me want to go back and watch Clone Wars. So I'm loving that. The other thing that I am watching right now is, that I did watch, Tetris.
Oh, is it good?
Tetris on Apple TV. Treat yourself.
Okay.
Taron Egerton.
Taron's my dude, man.
Taron Egerton plays the video game producer, video game editor, right? He's the one that gets the rights from Russia. But there's this whole storyline plot where Tetris was created by a Russian game developer, and because they're communists, it pretty much becomes a property of the government.
Yeah.
And how there's some people writing contracts and the contracts aren't done right, and there's theft and fraud happening about the licensing for Tetris, the video game.
Oh,
there's
wow.
there's the PC rights, there's the video game rights, there's the arcade rights, and they're all done differentially, right? And this guy is trying to get the rights for Tetris on the Game Boy.
That's crazy.
The handheld rights. Fantastic.
I have really wanted to see this movie. I think it looks really good. Plus, I just love Taron Egerton. I want so bad for him to be the Green Arrow.
He would be
like
a good Green Arrow.
Want, and maybe it's because I'm the only person on the planet that loved Robin Hood.
Yeah.
But I want him to be the Green Arrow. I hear little Lando in there crying. He doing all right?
He's doing straight, man. He's up there. Just give mama a run for his money. Fantastic says Rookie Feds and Will Trent. They're both pretty good. I haven't seen Rookie Feds, but I did put on the first few episodes of Will Trent. I need to watch Rookie Fed and yeah, Tetris. If you haven't seen it, it's on Apple TV. It's only like an hour and a half. Man, they do some cool stuff. Like, you know how Indiana Jones, when they jump from location to location, they do like the little aircraft, the little plane thing.
Yeah.
What they do is they do 8-bit pixels.
Oh, that's dope.
As a way to show, dude, the first 30 minutes go by so quick.
Yeah.
They're just setting you up to get to Russia. And then once Russia starts, man, it becomes like this weird spy thriller business deal. There's actually there's a really good car chase in the movie. It actually had me suspense. Like, there's some moments of suspense, murder. Like, it's like, this is Tetris.
Yeah.
It was really, really good. It was a very good watch this week. One of my most enjoyable moments this week was watching Tetris.
That's dope. I'll have to check that out. Well, like I said, I've been on my as I'm doing it on Instagram, I'm hashtagging it Batman Flashpoint, but it's my Flashathon. All right, I'm watching my Flashathon. And three things have really stuck out to me while watching this. I started out with I'm watching anything in the Flash and stuff with Zod and Supergirl and stuff. And so I watched the original 90s Flash, which I haven't seen since I was a kid. Mm-hmm. And one of my oldest memories ever, matter of fact, probably my first memory ever, is an episode of that show with the Blue Flash running circles around a merry-go-round. And I saw that episode, and it took me back to when I was a kid. It was so joyous, and I was so excited. And it was such a good show. Like, I loved it so much. I remember watching this over and over and over. I remember going to Blockbuster and renting that single episode numerous times.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to be watching. But along with that, have you ever watched the original Flash with John Wesley Shipp?
I watched like the episodes that had
Trickster. Oh, Mark Hamill. Oh my God.
He was awesome.
Good.
He was awesome. And John Wesley Shipp too was awesome. I mean,
yeah.
One, he was built.
Yeah, dude was jacked.
He was jacked. And you know, because I really got into the Flash. Well, one, the animated movie, Flashpoint, is one of the greatest.
I'm gonna rewatch that too.
It's one of my favorite DCAU projects was Batman Flashpoint. I'm sorry, not Batman Flashpoint. Was Flashpoint?
Yeah.
But even the Grant Gustin series and the Arrowverse
and bringing him in,
and bringing John Wesley Shipp in was awesome.
And then I forgot they brought in the other girl, Amanda Pays too, who plays.
They even brought Trickster in.
They brought Trickster in, and it's so good.
They brought Mark Hamill in with the different Trickster. Like, it was two Tricksters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex Desert is in there too. I don't know if you remember him. He played Eli Williams on Boy Meets World. He was he's been in a lot of stuff, and he's just a good actor, and I forgot he was in there, and it was cool to see him. And it's just been fun.
It's stuff like going back and rewatching these things.
Along with that, going back, I watched 2 episodes of Lois and Clark because they had a version of Zod. I haven't watched Lois and Clark since it was on television.
That's Dean Cain, right?
Dean Cain. Oh my God.
Everyone forgot about Dean Cain.
But more importantly, my dude, And this is the realest thing I will ever say. Terry Hatcher was a fucking babe.
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
God, I
she was.
forgot how
she
much
was.
of a babe she was.
Yeah, she was. She's
Good
not. She's not my
Lord.
favorite Lois. My favorite Lois is from Smallville.
Oh,
Erica Durance.
Durance, yeah.
Erica Durance was my girl,
But Terry
was up there.
Hatcher.
She's up there.
I have, and that's the other thing. I've been watching a couple episodes of Smallville. I've watched the episodes with Bart in them so far.
Oh, really?
My guy, it is so cheesy. I did not realize how cheesy Smallville was.
Yeah.
The epic close-ups on them and just
They're awesome.
so
They're so awesome.
oh my god.
But that was the great thing because you knew it came after Lois and Clark, and it's right before the Arrowverse, so it's in its own pocket of time.
Yes.
And I will say, Michael Rosenbaum was the definitive Lex Luthor. He to me, in my heart, I know there's people that love your Gene Hackmans.
I'm sorry, Gene Hackman he's Gene fucking Hackman. Bro.
I like Gene Hackman, but to me, Gene Hackman was way too goofy. He was way too.
It's Gene. The greatest criminal mind of all time. I just watched Superman 2 the other night, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" When Zod's like, "Okay, I'm done with him. Kill him, kill me, Lex Luthor, the greatest criminal mind of our time."
It's like watching. It's like watching Adam West. It's so corny. But with Michael Rosenbaum, when he's talking to him, he's like, "Yes, I'm the villain of the story." And he says that kind of stuff. I was like, God damn, Michael Rosenbaum, you got it. Yeah. You got it, man. And even the General Zod in Smallville, I thought was pretty solid.
I don't remember him very well. I remember he's there. I don't remember him very well. I got the episodes to watch. So
they get real weird with the General Zod because then it gets into the dark side, Granny Goodness arc, and that gets weird.
If I'm not mistaken, he's also that's Sam Witwer plays him, doesn't he?
Sam Witwer played.
Or did Sam Witwer play
Doomsday? Doomsday.
Okay.
He played Doomsday. Good Doomsday. He was a good dude. That's when I first saw who Sam Witwer was. And then when he was doing the Schmodown, I was like, hey, that's Doomsday. Not knowing that he was doing everything else, like Mason.
Dude, he's such a nice guy, Sam Witwer. He was so cool.
Dude, he just seems like a good dude.
Yeah.
He's one of us. Fantastic. He says, showing my age here, Steve Austin was your guy. What are you talking about? You talking about John 3:16?
What?
Austin 3:16.
What? Austin 3:16 says
I just whipped your ass.
Bam, stunner.
You trying to throw some beers? First of all, the guy who threw the beers to Stone Cold Steve Austin would have made the greatest professional quarterback of all time.
Okay.
The guy that was throwing those beers, he never missed. Never missed. He was always on point, direct. He was always
on point. Austin wasn't always on point in catching because but he was on point.
The Bears were there. Did he have like Patrick Mahomes back there? He had Joe Montana. Joe Montana. Welcome to the Bourbon Bowl. All right. What else? Was that everything that you've been watching?
That's everything I've been watching. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, the $6 Million Man. That's Steve Austin. That's Steve Austin. Yeah.
Okay. That's a good one.
I thought they was rebooted $6 Billion Man with Mark Wahlberg. Wasn't that a thing?
Yeah, it fell through. There's some things that have happened to it. I think it's in developmental hell now.
They didn't have the technology. They could not rebuild him.
Technology. They could not.
They could not rebuild him.
They tried, and they didn't have the technology yet, so we're still waiting.
Wait for James Cameron.
Well, we do have one last piece of news, which is very basic. We got some premiere dates for Star Trek. Strange New Worlds will premiere on June 15th. Lower Decks is going to hit late summer and is renewed for a season 5. Mm-hmm. And then Prodigy will be coming this winter.
That's new.
So
Prodigy, right?
No, this
Prodigy.
will be season 2 of Prodigy.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard of this before.
Prodigy's good. Prodigy is it's very Nickelodeon-ish.
Okay.
And I think it's because Nickelodeon has something to do with
Star Wars Resistancy, kind of.
Yes.
Okay.
But it still is it's a fun show. It's a very fun show.
I'm not a big Star Trek guy.
It's definitely more of the kid mentality of it there.
I'm gonna have to get into Star Trek, man. You enjoy it too much. You enjoy it too much for me not to take away.
I enjoyed it because I did a huge watch of everything. I started and watched it chronologically all the way through, and it was very entertaining.
Well, what I'm saying is I have to watch it so I can find ways to hate it, so I can make your day worse, so I can just find plot holes and ruin your experience.
Hey man, your saltiness just seasons my chicken. I'm just saying.
Hey, I like that.
I can't take credit. Mike's situation.
Okay, word up. Respect. I fuck with that. The 6 he said.
But other than that, I mean, yeah, release dates.
Fantastic, by the way, man. You've been crushed it in the chat. Fantastic. The $6 Million Man once fought Bigfoot, Andre the Giant.
Oh, that's true.
What?
Oh, Miss Andre.
What?
Andre was on it, yeah,
dude.
So we were watching SmackDown the other day at the house before WrestleMania. My niece and I were watching it, and they did the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And she's like, "Why do they call it Andre the Giant?" And I explained to her who Andre was. I was like, "Yeah, he was like 7'4". She's like, "That's bigger than you, Uncle BC." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, dude. Oh my God, children are so honest. And
yeah, they are.
It hurts."
Yeah, no, yeah, it does.
We were watching it. We were watching the Battle Royal. She's like, "This Battle Royal is boring. It'd be better if you were there, but you weren't as good as these people."
Huh.
I was like,
"That's fair."
Oh, okay. She's like,
That's
"Well,
fair.
you know what I mean. Like, you're not. You were never there, so you know you weren't. I'm not. I'm like
emotional damage. That's hilarious. I don't know. I was going to go somewhere with this, but that threw me off.
Yeah, sorry.
That threw me off.
So get ready for that when little Lando is about 6-7 years old.
Now listen. We're going to shift gears. This weekend, your movie's coming out.
Mario. I'm so excited. I am so over the top excited.
Chris Pratt. I saw this.
Yeah.
He said they're going to make a whole lot more Mario movies.
Dude, this is gonna. I would not doubt if Mario is the highest grossing film this year.
Oh, it's going to be. There's nothing I think that can be, unless the Flash is that good.
Flash could.
Flash is the only one that I am hearing. It's that incredible.
Mm-hmm. But
this Mario movie has so much wide.
Yeah, Mario is complete 4 quadrants.
Yes.
All right.
Everyone knows Mario.
Kids, teenagers, family, old folks. All right. It's hitting them all.
Steve Austin knows who Mario is.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Andre the Giant knew Mario.
Yeah. I cannot wait. I'm so excited for Tuesday. And you know what? And I'll have a TikTok up. I'll probably put it up on this channel too. I'll probably do a out of the theater reaction at 2:30 a.m.
What character do you think is going to steal the show for you? I have one in mind.
Who are you thinking?
Jack Black's Bowser.
That's very possible because he's Jack Black and Bowser.
Only because of the interviews with Jack Black.
He's so good. That one where he wore the
with a Bowser onesie. It's fucking it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Everyone else is wearing straight up suits, and he's just sitting there like, yeah, you know what? I really love this character. Whole time, he's in a Bowser. He sounds. Granted, I've never heard Bowser speak. I don't think.
Other than King Koopa on the original animated show.
Yeah. He has a good voice for Bowser.
He does. It is
really good voice. It's either going to be him or Toad.
Okay. Yeah, because you got Keegan Michael Key. I want to say
Who's excited for
Spike.
Mario?
Spike. I think Spike will be a good one
Spike.
because Sebastian Maniscalco is voicing him.
No, he's not.
Yes.
So what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Aren't
you embarrassed?
Aren't you embarrassed? Sebastian Maniscalco.
So I'm excited.
I just found out about him like 6 months ago.
Oh, dude, I love Sebastian. But the other one I gotta say is Donkey Kong.
Who's playing Donkey Kong?
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
I saw an interview with Seth Rogen the other day. They're like, so how's your voice for Donkey Kong? And he's like, I don't have a voice. I told them when they hired me, go look, I don't do voices. All right, I'm either you can either have Seth Rogen or you can go get someone else.
At least,
but I'm here for it. I'm here for a Seth Rogen Donkey Kong.
It makes sense.
And I swear to God, in Mario 2 or the Donkey Kong movie, if Joseph Gordon-Levitt is not Diddy Kong, I will riot.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. You mean John Blake? Robin Blake?
Yes.
God.
Dog, him and Seth Rogen together are great. I think
they are great together.
It can't be James Franco anymore.
It can't be James Franco.
So,
could be Dave.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Let's do this.
It could be Dave.
It could be Dave.
It could be Dave Franco, who I believe is funnier than James.
Oh, I do too.
The question is, when are they going to get? God damn it, Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. We need Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
But if we look, you know what my favorite gag is in the Lego movie? How Jonah Hill is Green Lantern and Channing Tatum is Superman.
Yeah,
that is one of the best gags.
It's one of the best.
Yeah,
they can be. Oh, I was gonna say Wario and Waluigi, but I don't know if that'll fit. Oh, I want to see Waluigi. But Wario and Waluigi could definitely be in the next one. And
Yoshi, I want to see if we're gonna give Yoshi a voice or if Yoshi's just gonna be Yoshi. You know, I don't know. I'm all in. I cannot wait. Tuesday cannot get here soon enough.
He's asking if you want Looper. Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Looper. There you go.
Bruce Willis. God, underrated movie.
Looper, yeah. Looper's
underrated movie. It's a really good movie. Good call, Fredtastic. I like Fredtastic in the chat. Fredtastic.
Make sure,
yeah, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that like button too. Hey, throw us a like. I could use it. It can help. If you like the channel, if you like the show, you think we do a good job, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. It helps us. Puts us out there. You know, we do a lot of editing on this, as you can tell. Man.
That's it. That's all we got for this week, my guy.
Other thing that's coming out this week that I'm excited for is Air. Air's coming out. Mark Wahlberg. Oh, not Mark Wahlberg. Matt Damon. Ben Affleck. Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker's in this. Viola Davis is in this.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, yeah. She plays Jordan's mom.
She played Jordan's mom. This movie, I don't think is getting the marketing I think it needed. I don't think a lot of people know about this movie coming out. It's not much of a
marketed movie. It's that Oscar bait type of film.
But I have a feeling for how big Jordans are, if more people knew about this, I think we'll get a lot more money.
I just don't see it as one of those movies that it's like we're putting a whole bunch of money into marketing.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't know. Can you?
Do you think that the 45-day window is hurting because of how quickly things are coming out to stream?
You got to remember me. I don't even want to go see any of these movies in theaters. I want to watch all these movies in my house.
That's true.
All right. So I don't think it hurts at all. I think it actually helps things much more.
I don't know. Because I know a lot of people write on box office, so it's kind of.
It's a weird time because we're still trying to figure out how streaming fits.
He said he saw
how streaming works.
He said he saw a sneak peek of Air. It was wonderful. Hey, that's great.
Nice.
I'm glad to hear that it was wonderful. Ben Affleck directed this, right?
Yes.
Batfleck. He can direct, man.
Yep.
And it sucks that he won't be doing any more Batman stuff after The Flash.
Yeah.
But he was a great Batman.
He was.
People really want to dog on him as Batman. I think as fans, we've gotten so used to being, and I've done it.
Next to Michael Keaton, he's my favorite Batman.
That's where I'm at. That's why I said this movie to me has the two best Batman besides Kevin Conroy.
No, yeah.
Which he's the GOAT. He is the GOAT to me. Kevin.
See, but to
fucking
me,
Conroy.
Batfleck is the continuation of the Batman the Animated Series. Michael Keaton is Michael Keaton's Batman. All right.
I could see that.
George Clooney was a continuation of Adam West Batman. All right. Batfleck was was the style
It's Kevin
of
Conroy.
Kevin Conroy. And that's what I loved about it.
Yeah, man. It really sucks how it all went down.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to see that they're getting their swan songs. There's a lot of drama between Shazam and
whatever. I'm over it.
whatever Zach Levi and all that kind of stuff.
Just shut up. Look, if Black Adam had been in your movie, you would have made the same amount of money. You know, shut up. Stop crying. The movie it's not they should not have told us we're rebooting everything.
Yeah.
You know, that hurt. No one really cares about anything except for the Flash right now.
What's done cannot be undone.
You know what makes me worry about Blue Beetle, honestly.
Well, because they did say Blue Beetle's the first one to DCU, my and the Flash has to be good.
Yeah.
And I think if the Flash does a post credit for Blue Beetle,
that's what we have going for it is if we're gonna have Guardians, which is gonna be probably good, and then the Flash, which is gonna be really good,
which will rise the tide.
Yes.
Will rise the tide.
So.
Blue Beetle needs to have a post credit scene in the Flash. There has to be one.
There
has to be one because I think it's the only way that it makes sense for people who want to go see it.
Yeah.
If I'm business, if I'm Zaslav, I'm throwing a Blue Beetle post credit scene.
Apparently, there was a post credit scene on John Wick.
Yes, there was.
I did not wait for it. I was like, John Wick doesn't do post credit scenes, and I left.
I'm Batman, says Josh Money. Fredtastic says, I think Affleck was the best Bruce Wayne. Fredtastic, I would not disagree with you. I think that Ben Affleck, for the most part, was the best Bruce Wayne. Only one I would argue against it, and this is where you may think I'm contradicting myself. It will be Christian Bale. Christian Bale, I thought, had a pretty solid Bruce Wayne. I think Christian Bale, though, was a terrible Batman. As a Bruce Wayne...
Christian Bale is in good movies. He's not the reason those movies are good, though.
The one scene that I would say was his best Bruce Wayne performance.
Batman Begins.
No. The table in The Dark Knight with him and Harvey Dent. When they were at the table. I believe in that scene.
Yeah.
Was when I thought he's a pretty decent Batman. Decent Bruce Wayne. And then the I believe in Harvey Dent speech. Those were him, to me, being the best Bruce Wayne he can be. But you're right, and I've said this for a long time. He's just a decent Batman in really good Batman movies.
Yeah.
He's not the guy, though. Ben Affleck, to me, is the best Batman, best Bruce Wayne in decent movies. Yeah. Had you given Christopher Nolan the camera and had this man ride, I think it'd be good. Mild Manner Comic Nerd, I agree. Ben Affleck is my favorite Bruce Wayne and Batman. Yo, we get some love on it. Oh, man, I love to see the Ben Affleck love, man. I love to see it because he's been getting so much fucking hate. It's nice, man. It's nice to finally see it. It's nice to see it, dude. So, guys, this has been it, though. I think that's all we got for the week.
That's all we got this week, baby. What are we doing? Are we coming back next week? Or
we come back next week, man. We come back next week. Next week,
are we going to start rolling weekly now?
Yeah. We can start rolling weekly, man. We start rolling weekly. So, yeah, guys, we've been having a lot of changes over at the channel. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe, and share. We're going to get back to doing the Lando list, the rewind recast. We're going to get back to doing the weekly episodes. We had to just get some stuff figured out. You know, babies are stressful. Babies are stressful. But yes, we are back, and we are glad to be back. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the bell, the notification, BC, where people can find you.
You can find me on all the social medias at The Grind Calls, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. I just put up a TikTok of recording all night while we were watching WrestleMania last night. So go check out the TikTok. And also you can find me on the Mad Titan podcast every week. I don't know if we're doing one this week because Jay's out there having a good time at WrestleMania in Los Angeles. I have extreme FOMO, like extreme FOMO.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh Money, you said you caught the end. Just so you guys know, we go live every Sunday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Okay, I'm on the East Coast. BC's on in the Midwest over there in Texas. I don't know, it's the Midwest.
We're in Texas.
You're in
Right?
Texas.
We're not.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We're not the Midwest.
I'm
we're
sorry.
not
That's the
South,
north.
We're not
That's the
north,
north.
the
Yeah,
east.
y'all just you
No,
just
we
you